Greetings, fellow Poltermasters. Greetings, fellow Poltermasters. I am Crashmas once in time. Just Crash Scans with another top 5 video. It is day 20 here. That means we are getting ever so close to the finale of Crashmas. Yes, ladies and gentlemen, I'm very excited to get to the end of it. I'm not going to lie. Just because I know that every single one of these videos are so exciting, and I can't wait for you to see what comes out on the 24th. But for now, ladies and gentlemen, today we are doing a sequel to what I said yesterday. So if you guys remember yesterday, I talked about great parts in terrible levels. So I talked about some of the levels that I can't stand, but one thing that actually has a little bit of a glimmer in between. However, this list is the exact opposite. There's so many levels out there that people adore more than anything in this world, but there's always that one part that makes you go, oh, okay. So yeah, today we are talking about the top 5 worst parts in great Skylander levels. So yeah, this is me taking all the levels that I really do like or has a great concept or is fantastic overall that everyone talks about, and there's one huge flaw involved that just drains the level right down. It's one of those ones where I'm excited to play the level, then remember that part and go, oh yeah, right. But ladies and gentlemen, I'm excited to give you this one. I hope you are all excited for this one too. Of course, at the end of the video, we'll be discussing it ourselves, but as of right now, let's get right into it with number 5. Giants has a handful of fantastic levels, and a few of them that also stunk, but the biggest thing is how great the good levels are. Take Rumbletown, for example. Not only does it introduce you to the Hermit character, but it also gives you 2 great things. The introduction to Brock, and the arena modes. However, right before getting to the arena, Brock decides to break the bridge, and well, he also broke my spirit. The bridge belly dumps are such a slowdown in the level that is so much fun, and since it's just a little puzzle with a tiny bit of exploration, it doesn't make this part any fun. I know the walking to the bridge part was obvious, it meant that something was going to happen, but it didn't need to be so lackluster in such a great level. Imaginators has some solid levels, just like Giants. Even though the game did feel like the company was running out of ideas, the joys of Fizzland showed how much was still in the tank for them. The jumping between worlds with the potions was unique enough in the flow of Imaginators, since other levels were kind of just there. Now, with all good things, there's one major flaw: the globules. Now, I don't mind having to collect them all, because it only took a few seconds, besides for that one rogue one that someone keeps getting away, you know the one. But the sorting afterwards slowed everything down. If it was just the collecting, I wouldn't have even got on this list. But right after sorting them, it takes so long to go through, and even then, you still have a little fight that leads to the Doomlander fight. Why is it a common trend that right before the best part of the level, does it get terrible? It's probably not the last time this trend happens either. I've ranted numerous times about how wildly hard the Wolfgang fight is, but I do enjoy everything this level gives us before and after, except for one thing. Right between this level is a weird waiting game where a bunch of molecule type things just bounce around you and you just have to, well, wait. For about a minute, which feels like literally eternity, you either just stand there or run around in circles avoiding all the energy balls, but even then you probably just run into one. I even found a spot where nothing can hit you and I'll just sit there waiting and even the one will still bump into me. I don't think anyone played this part and went, wow, this adds so much to the level and makes me want to keep playing it over and over. No, it's not possible that anyone enjoyed this, as it slowed the level down so dang much it became unbearable. Can you believe that there's still 2 more entries after this? Oh man, get ready. Mushroom River might be my favorite level in Imaginators, but Thumpin Wumpa Islands has something none of the other levels do: nostalgia. I remember the first time I played this level, I loved the layout and the adventure aspect, feeling like a classic Crash Bandicoot level with the Skylander elements mixed in, that made it so much more enjoyable ride for any Skylander or Crash fans. As we approach the end of the level with the big fight with Fake Crash, we get one last puzzle that just kills the entire mood. Yeah, it's meant to have a groove to it to make you dance and whatever, but literally right before
the biggest fight in the level? If it was a bouncing puzzle like earlier, maybe it would have worked better, but the whole new puzzle mode where you have to learn what to do throughout as you head to an awesome boss fight? What a letdown! Thankfully, the rest of the level makes up for this terrible part, but man, what a slog. Okay, people are going to call me out on this one as I mentioned the Darklight Crypt isn't one of my favorite levels. The biggest part though is I can't deny how great this level actually is to some people because the puzzles and the world switching mechanic like Fizzland earlier. It has such a unique style and length compared to everything else Spyro's Adventure gave us, but one glaring issue is that dang hedge mage section. No matter how many times you play this level, you get to that maze and you groan knowing that this is the hardest part. For some reason, even after playing it numerous times, you can never get the pattern right, and it causes you to keep going back to switch the worlds because you somehow did something wrong, and even then you see the problem, and then you have to go back and fix that. It's the wildest form of backtracking in a game anywhere in this franchise. I could have also included the battle with Octavius here, but I know you also would murder me if I did that, but at least we can all agree that the mage sucks. Like, a ton of suckage in that maze.
Now I know I've probably thrown some of you off with this one, you know, having Darklight Crypt as number one, and you're like, but Crash, you don't like this level. I can't deny that this level has a great concept and everybody loves it, but that hedge maze is the worst thing they may have ever put into Skylanders. Not even just in the first game. Never mind, Diggs is a thing. And Lux and Lumosa from the Light Sensei realm. Never mind, that's the third worst thing. But ladies and gentlemen, that's going to do it for this episode, so let me know in the comments below your favorite parts in your least favorite level. No, other way around. The worst part in one of your favorite levels. Is it one I mentioned, or maybe it's another part from one of the levels I mentioned? Oh, think about that one. Tomorrow should be a fun one. We're day 21. Fun one, 21. Come back tomorrow for another awesome video. Tomorrow's going to be another little throwback one. Remember I had one earlier? It's going to be something like that. But this one you'll understand when you see it too. So this should be a fun one. But thank you all so much for watching. I'll see you all tomorrow for another awesome video. Y'all mean the world to me. Don't ever forget it. But as always, I bid you farewell.